Alright, so I haven't had much time to do anything in a little while. It's been, let's see, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks since I did the bedliner on the back there. It's been pretty good. Today actually was actually put to the test. I went to go get doors for the YJ over there. Really good doors, really in good shape. Got them for a good price. But I went to go get them, and obviously, almost gonna open my tailgate and knock over my drink. That would be bad, I'm going to need this. And I went to go get them, and I went to put them in my back, and I was like, well, I did put a sheet down, just mostly actually for the doors so they wouldn't get any more scratched up. And we put them in there, and the door hinge, like the little piece there, actually came down and chipped a piece right off of here. Now, I have heard of this stuff chipping. I mean, it's not like I've never heard of it, it's not like this goes on here and it never ever comes off again, and no one's ever, had it chip or fade. But the doors are actually very similar to the TJ doors here. But this little piece here, when this nut is off, there's like, a piece that it threads onto. And that piece is bare on the YJ. And I just kind of put it down, just bringing it right down. And unfortunately, you can see it kind of scruffed up along the sides here. This is actually what I was worried about. It actually was, the stuff here was actually scruffing up the doors. You can see here. But unfortunately, brought it down. It chipped a little bit, and I was a little bummed, I mean, I'd put all this really hard work into it, days of prep, and I mean, it's not like this is impossible, because it did come down at, a sharp angle, and it was a, strong metal piece that hit it, so I really don't think, because, nothing else has really come off here, I can't, I don't really deliberately want to try to, like, get this stuff off, but it's not the end of the world since I'm going to do another coat anyways. I already have the another case of Raptor liner here, and I figure 1 to 2 bottles would be enough to just have this thing completely taken care of. So I'm not really worried too much, but it is a little bit of a bummer. I just thought I'd point that out, that if you're getting this, if you're doing this to your Jeep, because I mean it's obviously for trucks, which actually kind of is weird because you think it'd be done for like heavy duty stuff, like it's kind of the idea behind it. But if you got this for your Jeep and you're going to be, I don't know how many guys actually use their Jeeps to transport a lot of stuff, but the doors, they did take up like the whole area here, the whole back of the bed. And I mean, I tried to be careful, but it's going to happen. I know I was prepared for it to happen, and the someday to chip around the edges here where stuff opens, where I'd put my foot or something, and I might put something back down here, and it would happen. But it's only been 2 weeks, and I already had a chip here, so that was a little disheartening. Like I said, luckily I'm already going to be doing another coat before too long, but I thought I'd point this out. I'm going to try to get this stuff off here. You can see the blue from the door. And a little bit here too. This kind of come off a little bit. I don't really want to, you can see right there. That's kind of unfortunate, but otherwise, for the most part, it's been good. I'm not complaining. I've been in here. I've stood up here. I've walked all over this stuff. Like they say, to give you 7 days, and I did give it really a week before I really started doing anything like that. All the patches have been good. Everything here's been good. It actually helped the smell of the inside of here because it didn't smell so good, and I really like the smell of the bed liner, which I know is kind of an odd thing, but if you smelt it yourself, you might know what I'm talking about. It's kind of got like a sweet smell to it. You can tell like that kind of happened. That's nothing big, and I did actually, I washed this thing yesterday. I hadn't had a wash in a while, and I got in water here, and yeah, the water just sat here, so any kind of liquid, if that was the kind of stuff you're going for, it's really good for that, because it just, I can't express that it is really good stuff, despite that. Just unfortunate that it had to happen, but anywho, just thought I'd point that out. So today I'm doing a couple of things. I've already taken the front fender flares off again. I'm going to be taking off the front tires, taking them off, getting as much POR-15 all over here as I can. I'm going to have to take off a little bit of this. Actually, I might just be able to, no, I might want to just pull that out of there just to be safe. Try to get some POR-15 up in here. Everywhere where I think POR-15 could go, that's kind of what my goal today is. Paint these lug nuts to match the back ones because I really did like how that came out. Swap out one of the lug nuts on this side because, for whatever reason, it's got something like this. I don't think that's a lock. Like, that doesn't look like a lock to me. I have a lock with a spare one, but that doesn't look anything like it, so I'm going to swap it out with a better lug nut from the back. Really not a lot I can do about all this here. I'm afraid, like I said, to bend this, because then I have to bend the fender flare to kind of get it to match more again, and then also I'm worried about that falling off, but I think I am going to try to get all this black off here to drive me nuts, and probably, because I really can't reach up in there, it's pretty difficult. I'm going to try, but to get this last nut off, I did cut the other side, I believe. I think that was just the back I cut. I don't think I did the front. No, I didn't, see, yeah. But that came out of there. But yeah, I gotta Gotta figure out what to do with these because it's not easy to reach up in there, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna replace them with, you know, because I want them to be on the good. But if they're gonna be a pain like this anyways. But other than that, that's just a piece of the YJ plow that I'm just painting just so it's not bad. And out there I'm using the rest of the truck bed coating that I was using for my hardtop, which was just a scrap. I don't really want to use that anymore, and if I do, I gotta think about that. I'm still pondering about that, but I'm just using it up on my front bumper, which I do plan to do bedliner on those, but I figured I just might as well use it up on there to see how I like how it looks. Because I think bedliner would look good on the bumpers, but at the same time it's kind of hard to go back. I wouldn't want to decide I don't like that. I think I really would like that. I've seen it done on other Jeeps on the bumpers, but just one of those things I want to think about. And plus I want to, you know, make sure my tub is all done, and then potentially my hardtop might be something I want to use the rest of the bedliner on. So, and I just want this to, you know, all come out as good as possible. But I'm gonna get to work, start going, and I'll just give you updates as I get going.